She's a great question for Susan Constantine, because that's what she does for a living. She's a jury consultant, trial strategy expert, friend of the show. Susan, what do you make of these pictures today and this whole, like, instant shift to, do you see me better now? I mean, what does this tell you for jury consultants who are going to have to figure out what jurors to pick for him?
Well, first of all, what I can share with you is that he lives in this 90% range, that it only takes just a second to kick him off. Okay, so he's already up there. His tank is already full. So he can go on and off really quick like a light switch. The first time we look at scorn and anger, disgust, he's blading, he's ready to, he's in defense mode right here. And then he switches gears, right? And now he's super amused. He's loving the attention and the amusement. But here's what we know is that in cubing, and Dr. Burgess talks about it, how a person that is a sociopathic, psychopathic type of person can literally switch personalities on a dime. And this is Luigi Mangione. So which one is it? They're both him. No personality is stronger than the other. This is just who he is. He can turn it on and off like a light switch.
So that makes me wonder if the prosecutors in the case can show both sets of these pictures during voir dire and say, have you seen these? And what are your opinions of this? Are they allowed to do that kind of thing in voir dire?
I have never seen in voir dire ever where the judge or the attorneys would show a picture before the jury is actually selected to showing them those pictures. Because I know that what we talked about, I think it was in the hearing about facial expressions and behaviors and likability and approachability and all those kind of things. Will they be a part in it? So I don't really know where they're going to show this in there. I've never seen that happen in all my years as a jury consultant. I've never seen them show a picture and saying, okay, look at this, do you already form an opinion? But it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, I wonder how much looks matter, because I'm old enough to know about Ted Bundy. I'm old enough to know about OJ. I mean, these guys were handsome and they have swagger and they marched, and so did Klaus von Bülow. I mean, these guys march into court and they can really wind jury members around their little fingers. And so I'm sort of wondering what the strategy is when you have a guy like that. I'm also thinking of like Wade Wilson. There was another guy that we had, really, really handsome, and he had sort of this lover's queue that was all waiting to see him in court. What do you do? Like, how do you employ someone like Susan Constantine to figure out, I got to get people on my jury that aren't those people?
Yeah, it's going to be really pretty tough, because first of all, I'm going to look to see how emotive they are. I want to see how they express themselves when they're actually talking and answering questions, because that tells me that they've got a lot of emotion and that they actually emoted on their face, which might be a problem, because if they are highly emotional and they can be triggered very quickly, emotions that he is projecting actually can project to make those jurors feel that same emotion. So you got to be very careful with it. But it also can go the other way around. As charismatic and likable and approachable and as attractive he is, he can also woo those jurors. So it really is a very interesting makeup. So during the voir dire, watch their behavior. And then from there, where do you get a good take on them? Because emotions and likability and attractiveness is going to play a big part in this jury. And you have to be there.
Boy, I'll say.
You got to be there. So it's not like this is a question, you look for the response, and boom, we got the right answer. And you need to kind of drill it down to be able to find out their attitudes, their beliefs, and their opinions are going to match up to the defense or the prosecution that you're presenting.
I mean, we're just in the pretrial hearings, and there's 20 to 30 people who show up for Luigi every day wearing green and having sayings on there. I mean, it's nuts. You know, we've seen this sort of thing before, but it makes a big difference. And social media just adds fuel to the fire. Susan Constantine, I'm going to call you again. You know it. I love what you have to say about this stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.